site today as we look around the state. I wanted to come to some areas because certainly we've been dealing with conference calls and issues with the counties in the state as we've gone through this process, morning and night and through the night. What I will tell you is it's devastating. What we are seeing here is worse than I think we would see with a hurricane. We have seen how tough and how damaging ice can be. And as I was driving through Aiken and we were trying to see what the issues were, you really see why we had 350,000 outages, because you were looking at these trees that fell on lines, and then you're looking at ice that, when they finally got the power up, it went back down overnight, and in certain cases several times over and over again we saw it go out and come back. What I will tell you and continue to say is I'm just so proud of Team South Carolina. When you look at all the emergency management division and you look at all the agencies and the conference calls and what they've done, to see the fact we've got 1,500 DOT members on the ground, you've got 350 law enforcement officers, 230 National Guardsmen deployed across the state. Highway Patrol has taken over 4,500 calls across the state in relation to this storm. We now currently have in the state 37 shelters open. Some of those are warming stations, some of those are shelters, and some are for special needs. Every county lets us know when they need one, and DSS, PHEC, and the American Red Cross get that together. Whether it is one person in need or 10 people or 100 people in need, we will open a shelter. And so what we have said to anybody is, don't be shy. If you're in a situation where you are cold, if you're in a situation where you don't have food, that is where we want to help you. So I would ask neighbors, please check on each other, check on elderly neighbors, make sure that they're okay. They're the ones that we can't seem to get to the shelters. So if you know of anything that is needed within a community, we certainly want to see that happen. Within the Aiken community, right now I think the latest numbers are 224,000 outages across the state, so that certainly come down from 350. Aiken alone is 51,000 outages. I have been in contact, and you'll see here we've got officials from both SCE&G as well as Aiken Co-op working to get the utilities back up. I will tell you the linemen across the state have angel wings today because they are really going into dangerous situations. We've had linemen injured from limbs falling on them. It is a dangerous situation. The weather has not been helpful, but they continue to have smiles on their faces, and I'm thankful for that. We have seen basically the landscape of this community has been completely damaged from this storm. And with that, what we want to remind the community is we can put up new trees, we can fix that, we can get the debris off the roads, but it still is safety first. It is still about lives and making sure we're taking care of people. And so we would ask people to still use precaution on the roads. There is still black ice in certain areas. As I deal with DOT, we've got our interstates are now passable, and in pretty good condition. Our primary roads are in fair condition, but you need to be careful. Secondary roads are still very dangerous, and so we want to remind people that through the weekend to use caution when they're dealing with secondary roads. Having said that, we've dealt with, whether it's been the Aiken delegation or whether it's been the city and county officials or Duke Scott with ORS, they have all expressed a need for this community. They've all stepped up. They've all called and let us know what their issues are. We are certainly trying to meet those. But with that, I'm now going to turn it over to officials from SCE&G as well as Aiken Co-op to answer any of, or to tell some things, and then we will allow anybody else who wants to speak, and then I'll take some questions. So we'll start with Keller Kassam with SCE&G.
First of all, to this community, I just want to say thank you for your patience and your understanding as we go through what, in my opinion, and I was at the company for Hurricane Hugo, has been as devastating to our infrastructure across our system as Hurricane Hugo. I will assure you that before this storm approached, we brought in 241 out-of-state resources and pre-positioned them. Some of those came here to Aiken County. Some of those went to Dorchester and Colleton County. We continue to reposition these resources based upon the weather patterns and the devastation they were causing to our system. Now we're at 507 out-of-state workers. The majority of them are here in Aiken and Edgefield County, and we will continue to work around the clock in order to try to restore power to all of our customers that are in need. So I apologize for the inconvenience. I want you to know that myself, as well as our linemen, we take it personally. We feel that any time that your lights are out, letting you down. And so that's how we feel, and we take it personally, and we're going to do everything we can around the clock to restore these communities that we serve.
And I'd like to echo what Keller says. We really do appreciate the support that we've had from our membership. We really appreciate their patience and their understanding. We like SC&G, we have out-of-state contractors and crews that are working 24 hours. We will continue this. You know, the folks at the office have been cooking and giving bag lunches out for the last several days. So our office personnel is the ground zero for our staging and bringing everybody in and feeding everybody and making sure everybody's safe. Again, we just appreciate your patience, realizing, like Keller said, you know, we've got to start from the substation and go all the way to the end of the line. You've got to get the source on first. It's just not as easy as drop a lineman at the end of the line and fix the circuit. So what we've got to do is go from the substation all the way out to the end. So if people will be patient, we realize that once we have you in our automatic outage system, if you'll give us just one phone call and only one phone call, we know where you're at. We're going to get to you, but multiple calls just gums up the works. But again, we are here to serve you all, and like Keller said, we do take it personal too. It is a point of pride. One of my linemen the other day said, Gary, we have picked up the same circuit 7 times today. So that's some of the things that we have encountered the first couple of days. As we put these lines back up, they were torn back down. The good news about today, like the governor said, what we put up today will stay in the air, and what it is repaired today will stay repaired. So we're not having to go back, and we're going to touch it one time hopefully today. So again, we appreciate the governor and what she's done and the resources that she's given to us, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I want to introduce Dick Scott, who works with the Office of Regulatory Services. He has really been the go-between in terms of all of the co-ops and all of the utilities and what they're facing to do. And who also, by the way, texted with me every 2 hours last night to let me know what the outages were. I appreciate that.
Good morning or afternoon, it may be afternoon by now. The Office of Regulatory staff is working with the Emergency Management Division. We keep someone there 24 hours a day to gather information and to get information. Also, we're in constant contact with the governor's office. I have been doing this a long time, 30-something years. I was the point man for the Public Service Commission after Hugo, been through a lot of ice storms. I've never seen a governor so on top of any issue as she is on this one. In one day, we had 50-something text messages, me texting the governor. And believe me, this little fellow from Orangeburg ain't never texted the governor. She asked all the right questions. We just hope we give her the right answers. This is worse than we thought for this area. And the governor was very receptive. She said this could be worse than the 2004. It is worse than the 2000. But working through the governor's office, working through the Emergency Management Division, working with the utilities are very cooperative. And when they say they take it personally when your lights out, I will tell you that is a true statement. And they don't like me calling them, telling them somebody's lights out. So they're working hard, and I think you can see that as you ride around. The governor was riding around and seeing all the people working hard and lining. But we're doing everything we can. People actually will get suppressed, not having. I've seen it in the past, and particularly on a sunshiny day like this, the storm's gone, so people are expecting the power to be back on. The road, except for debris, will clear themselves. The ice will go away, but these power lines won't clear themselves. Please be patient, but know your governor is on top of it, and she's asking all the right questions.